Hey, Wharf Rats, it's Ryan,
And this is Wes.
and we have another great rat chat today for you. A little bit of something different today, in that we have a full playthrough of our first game, the great Herman Lutman's of Forlorn Hope.
Yeah, I had a really great time playing this with you. We sort of played as one side and as a single player, but we took uh, different kinds of turns taking actions, deciding things. It was a lot of fun at Gritty Goblin Games in Columbia,
Yep.
Maryland.
Mhm.
Place was packed. People were coming up later and asking us all about the game. It's pretty cool.
Yep. Yep. And also on Rat Chat today, we're going to be giving away another game. We have the Gaza 1917 drawing, and then we'll be showing off the game that we're going to be giving away for next month. And then finally, Wes, what do we have at the end of the show?
Well, we'll have news and notes and have quite a surprise for you there. Might just see the latest rendition of the board for A Forlorn Hope.
Oh, that'd be really cool to see.
Yep.
More Taba's artwork to show off. That'd
Yep.
be great. So stay with us, and we'll see you back in a minute.
All right.
Well, like, hello everyone. Hey, this is Forlorn Hope, and we are going to be playing the second scenario. Okay, so this was the White Blues scenario, and we basically have it set up here, but we're gonna do the rest of the setup, putting in the enemy, putting the initial artillery bombardment and initial gas attack and everything else. This is recreating First and Second Ypres, 1914-1915. In this particular one, you're going to play the Germans. And of course, as with the first scenario, your goal is to go across no man's land and take as many of the enemy trench areas as possible. Okay? So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take the enemy units and we're just going to randomly place them in the enemy trench. So just go ahead and do that. In this case, it's the British that we're going up against.
All right.
You got all those in?
Yep.
Then when we're done that, we're going to pick out 4 random artillery bombardments. So you have those in the red in the back.
All right.
We're going to pick 4 of them out random, and we can place them on any place we want, up to 2 total in any spot. So where do you want to put them?
Let's do 2 in the center.
Okay. And make it.
Then let's put 1 next to that one
Okay.
in this other zone.
Do you want to double any, or you want to put the other one here?
Let's see.
We can double. So you go up to 2.
But you go, yeah, there's 2. Oh, you mean in any space?
I could put another. You can put another one on top. Up to 2 artillery
Let's put it here.
Okay, that's fine.
Go for the center.
And then the other thing we're going to do is, since we are the Germans and since it is Ypres, we are going to do a gas attack. Gas attack. And on the back of these is some random deductions on the combat dice. So we're going to mix these up, and again, we can do 4, but in this case, we can only put 1 of these in each spot. They can, however, go on top of any that already have heavy artillery. So I just picked those 4, but you pick different ones if
They're
you want.
random. They're random.
I believe so.
How about let's give some help on the flanks with the gas.
Okay, that's fine. Most of the gas stuff is good. There's 1 or so gas attack results that not good, and that would be a blowback type thing.
Ah,
Yeah. So let's make sure we're still going here. We're still going. The screen just went for a second there. So now we have all the enemies set up. We have all the cards ready, both the activation deck up here and the event deck up here.
I think
We
I'd
do
like some
have-
officers.
Yeah, we do need to pick some officers. And so in this particular scenario, we have 4 different officers, and we're going to pick 3 of them, and they'll command the 3 different battalions up at the front here. We got the 1st Battalion, the 2nd Battalion, the 3rd Battalion. So I'm just going to kind of shuffle them a little bit here and let Wes pick them. Which one do you want?
3.
Okay, and then assign them to each of the areas. And these officers have some special abilities on them, and we're going to put the unused side up first. Okay, so this officer right here, Heinrich von Zeppel, for example, he can redraw an activation card. He can draw 3 tactics chits and keep 2. He can remove his shake and his shell crater effects. This guy can also redraw activation card, but he can hunker down 2 units and recover 3 hits. And this guy
His name is Horst Schultz.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Hans Gruber can redraw activation cards, add 1 combat die to assault, or remove shaken and shell crater marks.
Now I have to ask, are these historical officers or are these Herman Luttman officers?
These are Herman Luttman officers,
what I
and if
was
this guy gets shot, we often recreate his end. You go, ah!
Okay, Hans Gruber. Okay.
Yes, he's falling.
He dies hard.
Yes. We do need to get some tactics shits, and in this particular scenario, we get 3 tactics shits. And since we're playing the solitaire, we'll just have 3 that we can use for any of the different battalions throughout. So I drew 1 steady men, which allows me to reduce 1 cohesion loss. We'll just put that up here somewhere.
Okay.
I drew another steady man. Okay,
Saving cohesion is very valuable.
that's correct. Oh my gosh, I drew 3 steady men.
Okay.
Okay, so this game starts pretty simply by drawing cards. Okay, so one of the things we need to do is draw our activation cards, and go ahead and you want to draw the first one?
All right.
Okay, and let's see what we have.
We have draw an event card.
Okay, so we're going to immediately go ahead and draw an event card. And we have this one here. Wow. Artillery barrage. Now this is only for Area F. We don't have anybody in Area F yet, so this is not going to come into play, so we're just going to discard that one.
So the British know we're coming. They're starting some artillery, but they don't quite reach us.
That's correct.
All
So
right.
let's go ahead and draw another activation card.
You all right?
And this is an advance, and says on there 0 hits and 1 movement. And since we're playing the solitaire, we can apply it to any of the 3 battalions that we want to apply it to. So which one do you want to apply it to, you think?
Oh, let's get going in the center.
Okay. So we'll move the guy dead in the center up 1, and we don't have to apply any hits here, so we're good.
Yep.
And we advanced. We've done it. You draw the next. We'll draw all 3.
All right. Let's see what we got. All right.
Rush.
Yes, Rush. Not the band, but equally as deadly. We have 2 hits. We can go 4 spaces. And what's the yellow mean?
Well, that means we're going to have to lose a cohesion cube, which is not the greatest. And we can decide if we wanted to use an officer to redraw this, or whether we wanted to use one of our steady men to reclaim that cohesion. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'll go ahead and take
Let's
the
do
loss.
it. Yeah, let's do it. Take the loss, even though we only started with 5 cohesion in this scenario.
Yes, and if we lose all 5 cohesion, that's going to end the turn, and anybody that's out there is going to end up pinned, which would not be a good way to start the game. But, sometimes that's going to happen, and you just have to deal with it and then deal with trying to get new orders in. Who are you going to move?
Let's get this center really going.
So we're just going to keep moving on the center.
Yeah, let's see what we do. So,
Okay.
So then it shows here we have 4 movements, so we can divide that among.
No, you can only do it for 1 guy.
Good. Okay.
So only 1 guy, you can move 4. Now, one of the things we want to remember with the Germans is we're going to get victory points for moving them up into the different areas, from this first area to the second area to the third area, and we want to try to keep them in a line. And this line has to be an orthogonal line. So we have to keep them right across from one another. So we want to try to work these guys up and keep them in a line so that when we're calculating VP points, we get a little bit of extra VP points.
And is there anything about going from one area to another?
Yes, once we get into this second area up here, we're going to get more VP points. And there are some instances where you can't go across an area, but we haven't hit that yet.
Right.
So let's go ahead and move him forward.
Let's move him to it.
Okay,
All
so
right.
that's good.
So he's up in this middle zone E.
Yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw the next one. I don't love this one. This has a couple things on it. We have the loss of cohesion. We have 0 hits, not too bad, but we also have some stuff down here. The 1 means we can move forward. The star means we cannot move out of the trench, or we cannot move across an area with this one. It's a cautious movement. The S means that if we're shaken or in a shell crater, we can move out of it. I guess this is not terrible, but we're going to have to continue to move this front part up.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to move any of these other guys out of the trench. So I'll go ahead and do this one. We'll lose the cube, and I'm going to move this guy 1.
And a worthy goal could be, of course, we want to have a steady line across. what a very nice goal could be to get into the second area.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
fourth space house.
Definitely.
So that would be good. All right.
See what you've got.
Draw an event card.
Okay, let's see what we get as an event card. Well, we're lucky. It's an artillery barrage, but it's Area D, and we don't have anybody in Area D. So,
Okay.
so they missed us. They were kind of aiming over here, but the guy was not, in the area that got hit.
The British don't have very good spotters in this scenario so far.
Yep.
But those are famous last words. Your turn to pick a card.
My turn. Rush. Okay, that's a good one. I like that. 0
too.
hits, 2 movement. I like to get some of these other guys moving, although it is tempted to get him up there into that area. Let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Let's move him. That way we got him in the line ready to go.
And we have 2 hits here, so we want to do things that don't add more hits to
Yeah,
that
that's a
middle,
good idea. I like
middle one. So, I'm the one that keeps drawing this draw event card. They can be very damaging to dangerous.
Well, we're lucky they missed again. Artillery barrage, Area G. I've been drawing the good event cards. You've
Yeah.
been drawing the stuff that's making it difficult.
And remember,
Okay.
yeah, these can be safer to go into now because we've drawn their
Okay,
cards.
slog. 0 hits, 1 movement, but it's one of those star movements. So we can't move any of these guys. We'd only be able to move these guys up. But I'm going to go ahead and take it, and we'll move this guy up.
Okay. Advance. So 0 hits and 1 movement forward. Let's do it.
Okay, are we going to move one of these guys now?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to move that guy?
How about
okay,
that?
let's get that guy up. Now, at any point, we could decide we want to start hunkering down our guys. If we're starting to feel like we're losing too many cubes, or we got a lot of hits, or we're afraid of some bad cards coming down, we can start hunkering them down by choice. If they go or hunker down, that will end the turn as well. Either they're all pinned or all hunkered down. That's going to end the turn.
So all this card drawing is the same turn.
Yeah, we're still in the same
And,
turn.
Yep.
So, this is a terrible card. 2 cohesion cube loss, 0 hits, 0 movement. And I'm going to take and do a redraw on that, which I can do by flipping one of these guys, and I got to decide which one I want to flip. I am going to flip Gruber.
Okay, they each have 3 capabilities.
Yes, but you
Right.
can only use 1 per turn.
Exactly.
Okay.
And their capabilities differ. So you do want to look at your officers carefully.
Yes.
All right.
Go ahead.
You ready? Slog.
Yeah, we're not getting
Again,
very
1
far
hit,
here.
and we're moving 1. Let's do it. S allows.
Well, that'd be only if you're in a shell crate or a shaken. We're
Yeah.
not shaken.
So
we're not
we're
in a
not
shell
worried about
crater.
that.
But do we want to move first
Yes,
or third?
definitely.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'll move this.
You go ahead and move. You
All
pick.
right.
Since crew.
Your turn.
Okay. This is not bad. Rush, 1 hit, 3 movement. I'm kind of liking
yes.
that one. I'm thinking maybe move the one that you just did. Take a hit. 1, 2, 3 up.
Okay.
And discard that one.
We want to see before the turn ends how long we can make this line, and a line counts if it's 1 separated by 1 diagonally.
Not in this scenario.
Oh,
In
so
this
that's
scenario,
different.
it's got to be orthogonal. In the first scenario, they can be diagonal. The first scenario is easier. The Germans were less experienced in this particular battle, so we need to make sure that they are orthogonal and not diagonal. They need to be
Okay.
right next to one another. Your draw.
All right. And we have advance. No
Okay.
hits. I love it.
Okay.
Just keep
maybe this
inching
guy
forward.
or
Yep.
this guy or maybe more of these guys.
Yeah, let's get some of these guys
Okay.
forward, out of the trenches. That's a big.
There we go. Rush, 1 and 3.
Okay.
I'm going to take advantage of that and go up to here and then get the hit. It's okay. It's a hit.
I have advance, no hits, move 1.
What about that other guy in the first
Yeah,
battalion?
get him
Let's
down.
get him
there.
up.
Get him out of the trenches.
Okay. Well, we would lose another cohesion cube. 0 hits and 2 advance. I'll go ahead and do it
Yeah.
because I know I have these 3 steady men over here that I can use later on down the line if need be. I'm going to go ahead and move this guy up too.
Okay. Advance, 2 hits, and we move 2. We got to take it.
Over here or over there?
Since I drew the card, I'll do it over here on my side.
So hits.
So 1, 2. All right.
Yep.
So they're the.
So we're losing some BPs over here at this point at the end of the turn. We're going to be a negative 2 BPs, so that's a little bit of a concern.
But this side only needs 1 person to move 1 space, and we can sort of call it the end of a turn.
Yep.
For them, we can hunker them down.
Yep.
All right.
Well, it'd be good if we can get them up one more and then make it even with here. Because
Yeah.
then the longest line we have is only 3,
Yep.
which is only going to get us.
Hopefully, this will
We
increase.
like to increase that over here if we can. So here we got a suppressed. I don't love that one. That's a
Nope, not at all.
yeah. So I'm tempted to use another flip of a card on my officer. I do get the officers back after this turn.
Yeah.
Cohesion cubes, I don't
Let's
get
help.
back after
Yeah,
this turn.
yeah. Let's help.
Unless they run. We're gonna flip a guy.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna flip that guy right there. Okay, your shot.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
Here we go.
And if it's
Draw an event card.
You
All
keep
right.
doing
I
that.
don't have a good feeling this time, though.
Oh, this is not as good. Let's see. Check the number of hits inflicted on each battalion and apply as indicated. 0 to 4 hits, no effect. I think we're in good shape.
Yeah, we're in good shape. This has 4 hits. This has 2. This has 0.
Okay. Otherwise, they would have suffered some panic, which would have made them
okay.
shaken, which is not good.
That's good.
So I'm going to go ahead and draw. Slog, 2 hits, 1 movement.
Okay.
I'm going to take it over here because we have no
Yep.
hits over here yet, and I'm only going to do the 1 movement, which is not the best.
We're
but
inching forward.
We're inching forward here. Go ahead and draw another one, please.
All right. Well, we lose. It's suppressed. We lose this cohesion cube and take 2 hits for no gain. So, is this the time we need to use up our last officer for this turn?
I'm not loving that one. Go ahead and use them. I hate using my officer for all these suppressed
I
cards,
know,
but
I know.
we keep drawing them, and I'm not sure we have much
Do
of
other
a
things
choice.
to help us.
Advance, 1 hit, 2 movement. I'll use it over here. 2 movement, 1, 2, and go ahead. It's getting loud.
Yeah.
Got louder and louder.
And
in here.
as usual, I draw an event
What is
card.
with you in the event cards? Again, we lucked out. Shell shock.
Okay.
So we're okay still with the shell
No
shock.
effect. All right.
We've been
our-
lucky. We have drawn a lot of event cards, and there are some good ones, but these 5 are all bad that he drew. Luckily, they just weren't in a position to affect us. If we would have drawn them later, however, it would have hit us in a couple areas.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and draw Advanced Cohesion 2 and 3. I want to use this,
Yeah.
but I think I am going to go ahead and use this so that I don't lose a Cohesion cube at this point.
Okay.
So just flip that over so that we don't...
So this is a tactics chit that says we can just use it to save ourselves from using up a cohesion cube. So we're using that.
I'm going to go ahead and take it over here, although that gets us up to 5 hits over here,
Okay.
which I don't love. But
But you
I
get to move. You
can,
need to catch up.
we have an odd number.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
I'll put them right there
Yep.
because I'm hoping to maybe form a line right there.
That would be good.
Go ahead and draw.
All right. Slog.
Well,
Okay.
I think
No
we-
hits, and we got a movement.
We can still move. You won't be able to move that guy because I'll move to a new zone.
Yeah, it
because
has
that
an
star.
asterisk on
It's a
it,
cautious
yes.
move. We can move this guy, or this guy. What do you think?
Let's get them all up even.
There?
Yep.
Okay, let's go ahead and draw. I'm hoping for some good ones at this point. There we go. Look at that.
Rush.
1 hit, 3 movement. Ooh, I'm not loving the movement, but we don't have to move the full movement.
You don't. You're not
No.
forced to move the full.
No,
Okay.
so like we could do this middle guy and go 1, 2 and stop him there.
Instead of 3.
And what we might do at this point, I'm liking the idea of hunkering him down. You can only hunker down after you've done the movement on the card and everything on the card. But now you can't use this guy anymore, but I'm hoping to create a line of about 5 over here.
Okay. And we can't hunker down somebody over here because they didn't just immediately move.
You, on the next draw, you
Yeah. All right. Advance. Love it. No hits. Let's just
Okay.
advance somebody one. How about this?
You want to hunker him down?
Sure.
Like that. Let's hunker him down. So we have 2 hunkered down out of 9. So we got to get the rest of them hunkered down. There was a guy over here that would have allowed us to hunker down too, but we used him already.
Yeah.
There is a tactics shit that allows us to hunker down some stuff, but we haven't received it. So we're kind of just going to have to keep hopefully drawing some decent cards. Slog. Not loving the loss of cohesion cube there.
Okay.
So we could flip another one,
Let's
but
flip
we
it.
don't get any tactics chits back unless we have a way to get them back. We do have an officer next turn that we can get some back, so let's go ahead and use that.
Okay.
And I'm going to move You know what?
Yeah, imagine if.
I'm not going to move anybody. Rather, I'm just going to use them to hunker this guy down.
Okay,
Because I would like to get a 2 or something to get one of these guys up.
that makes sense.
I added.
So go ahead and draw another one and let's see what happens.
One hit, move 2. I think that's a good card.
Yeah, the only problem is that it's going to be over here on our hits, I think. But we'll go ahead and take it. 1 hit. And move him, and we'll hunker him down.
Yep.
Hunker him down. Like that. We got 1 card left. Perfect. 0 hits, 2 movement. We're going to go up there, and we're going to hunker that down. We got to shuffle our cards. So what we have left that we can still move is these 2 in the 1st battalion and these 2 in the 2nd battalion. We have 2 cohesion cubes left, which is not terrible. We still have 1 tactic shit that allows us to preserve 1 cohesion cube. So we're going to try to get these 4 hunkered down before they get pinned. And the way they could get pinned is maybe by artillery barrage, or maybe by shell shock. They could get shaken. Maybe eventually could get pinned. Maybe a machine gun type of attack. Well, those tend to be more up here. Maybe we just lose all our cohesion cubes. And if we do that, then we're going to eventually get them pinned, which is not great because then they'll be shaken at the next turn, and it's going to be hard to get them out of their shaken state. Go ahead and you draw.
Yeah, and I'll just mention too, we did all those gas attacks and heavy artillery. We don't find out the results of that until we actually try to enter in the trench. So we don't know how effective we were. We don't know the exact strength of the enemy.
So we need to continue moving up.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Move 1-1. That sounds good.
So I'm thinking don't move any, right?
Okay.
Just hunker down somebody. What do you think?
Sure.
And 0 hits.
Let's
just hunker him down.
hunker him down so we have that row of 5 here.
We got a row of 5. We could move these guys up if we want to, because they're not part of the 5, so we could move any of them up further if we can.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad thing to do. But now we got a nice row of 5 here, which will give us some extra victory points as we move into the end of the turn. Let's go ahead. We are going to lose 1 here. So the question is, do we take that last steady man? Do we just go ahead and take the loss? Let's go ahead and take the last steady men.
Okay.
So we don't have any tactic shits left right now, which is not great. I'm thinking about moving this guy. Get him into the next area and then hunker him down, because then we'll get some more victory points because he's in that next area. And we want to try to push our luck and get these guys up as much as possible.
These guys are heroes. Look how far ahead of everybody they are.
Yeah, go ahead and let's see if we can do
right.
something with these 2.
All right, so no hits, and we can move 1 space.
Yeah, let's move them up 1.
Move up 1.
Well, you want to hunker down. Which one do you want? That one? Okay.
All right.
So this is the last one. I'm hoping for something good, but of course I get a draw then. Now this could be disastrous. Oof.
What
The
is
most advanced player unit suffers panic. That's this guy.
Oh.
So now I got to
Even
look
if
at my.
he's hunkered down?
Even if he's hunkered down.
Oh, poor guy.
But this is the little chart on panic, and it says hunkered down unit is unaffected and remains in its current space and condition. So he's okay. So he's just going to say hunkered down right there. He didn't get panicked. We've been really lucking out with these
I
events
know.
cards. So I just drew 1 by accident, but that's okay. Rush 1, 3. You know what? Let's just go all out.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Move him up. We'll take the hit.
Sure.
We'll hunker him down. And then what that's going to do is that's going to end the turn. Okay? So now what we need to do is take a look and figure out VPs for this particular turn. I have a little chart here that I'm going to take a look at. So here's the deal. You ready?
Sure.
If you had anybody in this zone, which is the first zone, the green zone, that was hunkered down, you would get 2 VPs. We don't have anybody in that zone. We don't need to worry. Anybody in the yellow zone hunkered down, we get 3 VPs. So how many total do we have hunkered down in the yellow?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So that's 21.
We're all the way up to 21. We're keeping track of the points on the outer edge of the board.
Yeah, try to keep that as easy as possible. In the red zone, anybody hunkered down, we get 4 points each.
Okay, so it's 8 more.
So let's go up to 29. Now, if we had anybody in the enemy trench zone, that would be 5 VPs, but we don't. If we have anybody in a chain or diagonally, the longest chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we get 2 VPs for her.
So that's giving us 2
Yeah.
more?
So we're 39. I think that's a pretty good start.
I think that's an incredible start. Now,
But-
do we have to shuffle any of these
But-
cards back?
But
What?
we got to check our hits.
Oh, no! What?
So we have 5 hits, that's -3. 3 hits, -1, that's -4. 6 hits, -3, that's -7. So we're actually back to 32.
So it tells you on each of these cards here for each battalion how many victory points you lose for each number of hits.
Yep.
That's where you got those numbers from.
Tactic chits are in here, but we don't get any new ones. We still only have 2 cohesion cubes, we don't get any new ones. We do flip over our officers. These tactic chits are gone, we don't get them.
Ever again.
We
Unless
do-
something tells us to.
Yes, we do get to shuffle the
Okay. Those,
activation cards.
those are actually pretty good cards, so
And
I'm glad to shuffle them into the deck.
I'm going to reshuffle the event card, although we are working on a variant where you don't reshuffle the event cards. You only reshuffle the activation cards. But for right now, we'll reshuffle them and get them all back in brand new order. So shuffling them up so that we can start the new thing.
All right.
The other thing we need to do is we need to remove all the hunker down because they're no longer be hunkered down. They're going to reactivate for the new turn. We are going to turn the cube from 1 to 2 to indicate we are on the second turn. This particular scenario only goes up to 5 turns.
5 turns. All right,
So
well,
we got to
did
get
one.
them up and take them by 5 turns. Bottom line, you've got to take over those trenches. You can't get enough points by just hanging back
Yep.
because you're going to have lots of negative points for not taking over the trenches. So I've reshuffled these. So I'm going to put these right back where they were. I'm going
right.
to take away the hunker down because we'll need those for later.
All right.
Okay, so let's do the next turn. Okay, you draw.
All right, here we go. Stressed. Right off the bat. That would lose us 1 cohesion cube and give us 2 hits for no advance.
We can turn over one of our guys. I was hoping to use one of those guys. Don't do that one because I want to use him to get some tactics. In
Yes.
fact, let's just go ahead and do that first.
All right.
Let's
do
draw
this,
some 3. It says draw 3 tactics.
and we'll use them for
And,
that.
and what does that say? Keep 2? Is that what it says?
Yep. Draw 3, keep 2.
Okay, so here's what I drew. Hit the dirt. That's -1 on hits. Another hit the dirt, -1 on hits. And place 2 heavy artillery markers in enemy trenches.
Oh, wow.
Why don't we keep one of the hit the dirt and one of the hurricane barrage,
Sure.
and we'll get rid of the other one.
All right.
Okay, so we can hold on to that
We're
for
still
now.
in the middle of this suppressed card.
I was
So
hoping to
you want to
get-
go ahead and put the...
I was hoping to get something that would save us a cohesion cube,
I know.
but it didn't happen. So we need to now still decide: do we want to lose one more?
Well, what happens if we lose them all, right?
Well, if we lose them all, that's considered to be a catastrophe. I got to get the right word. I don't have the right word. Let me find the right word for it. It is called. I forget what it's called. But what's going to happen is if we do lose all the cubes, it's basically a command breakdown.
Yeah.
And if we lose all the cubes, all the guys are going to get pinned.
Okay.
And the turn's going to end.
Yeah, so...
We will get some cubes back, but we're going to get 1 less than last time. So we'll only get 4 back instead of 5, is which we started with.
Okay, so it ends a turn prematurely and you're in a bad state and you start over with more cohesion. Everybody's having to pin down to, get their organization together, get motivated.
It's called loss of
All
command
right,
control.
so what do you want to do? You want to lose one
Yeah, because
and keep our...
we'll keep going.
Okay.
I mean, if we have to suffer the loss of command control, we can still get 4 back through what we call regimental rally.
Yeah.
And then hopefully that will help us. Let's just keep going and see what
All right.
happens. So draw event card. I'm now the one drawing the event cards apparently.
Okay.
And this time shell shock. Now we are going to get hit by shell shock this time because we have that one with 5 and that one with 6. So one player in each of these battalions is going to suffer panic. So
Ooh.
this one here and this one here. Now we got to look and see what that's going to be. A unit without any marker attached is made shaken. So that's going to shake one in here and one in here. So I'll pick the one over here. It doesn't really matter. I'll shake him. And then you pick the one on the other side.
Can we shake the guy in the very front?
Yeah, let's let him go in and try to be the hero.
Okay. So we'll shake the one on the end.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. So let's sorry, I have to do that periodically, reactivate the monitor. Let's go ahead and draw your draw this time.
All right. Advance, no hits, and move one. Let's
We
do
can't go over. Oh no, we can. Well, that's great. Look, it's a 1S.
it. Yeah, it's an S.
So we can get rid of one of our shake-ins.
So want to move him?
Yeah, let's get rid of that shake-in. That was the quick. I just need to get rid of that.
Yeah.
We do have the ability to, like, for example, down here, remove shaken and shell crater effects for one person. So we could do that with this card as well.
Oh, good.
But hopefully, I mean, I'm betting we're going to lose this cohesion.
Mm-hmm.
And we're either going to have to flip one of ours or be pinned, which I don't want to do. But look, it's another draw event. Oh, interesting. Well, this is good. This says,
Good.
hold this card until needed. This is a good one. Reduce the number of hits inflicted on any one battalion by any amount. Then it says we reduce our VP total by 2. I'm actually in the midst of changing that card. So it's going to be reduced of total by 1 for each hit cube removed.
Okay.
So like, for example, I could do it right here, and I think I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to reduce this guy by 3, and I just have to reduce my victory by 3.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use
Yeah,
that.
I think that's very valuable.
And you go ahead and draw since I drew the
I'd be
last.
hesitant to use it if you had to do lose 2 victory points.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit better
All
now.
right, now we have 2 hits,
look at that.
and we can get a shaking guy moving again.
Well, that's good that I just took the 2 hits
Yeah.
off of here, 3 hits off of here, because we're going to get them back.
Okay,
But
2
we
of them
can
back.
remove that shake right there. Is it a
Okay.
1 movement?
Yep.
Okay, 1 movement. Okay, so rush. Here's our decision time. Rush, 2 hits, 4 movement.
Excellent.
But we need to decide: do we flip one of these and redraw?
Or look, we can do
Well,
4
no,
movement.
that's a hit. It's a cohesion cube.
Oh, it's the okay.
And if we do that, we're going to be pinned.
Yeah.
Now, I love the fact that it's a 4 movement.
So let's use an officer.
We're going to have to flip one of them. Flip that one, and we'll just get a redraw.
Okay. This has the one that hunker down 2 units.
Let's flip this one.
Okay.
Another draw event. Artillery barrage and F. Not good.
Ooh.
For each player unit in the area, roll 1 combat die against it. Apply any result normally, then place random shell crater markers. Okay, so we've redone this a little bit in the newer version of the game, but I got the older version, so we're going to do it the old ways. So we're going to roll 1 of these for each. Okay.
right.
And we're going to apply whatever the results are. So you roll that one first.
Ready?
So that's a fall back, if I'm not mistaken.
F2.
Okay, you're going to have to move that guy 1 space back
Ooh.
and hunker him down.
Okay.
Okay, that's the result of that. And create 2 shell markers because it was artillery barrage. So the way the shell marker works, he was right here. We're going to get 1 shell marker that's going to fall right there. Then we're going to get another shell marker, and we basically flip the shell marker over, look at the arrow at the top, and it's going to get placed, basically goes here. Okay?
And shell craters are a little harder to get out of.
Yep.
They offer protection if you're already in them
Yep.
for the barrage, but still.
Oh, that's not good. That's a retreat 4. He needs to move 2 spaces back. Okay. He hunkers down. So this whole battalion's getting wet.
Yep.
He's going to hunker down over here. We're going to create 2 shell craters again. So it landed here, so we're not going to get an additional one here.
But then
Okay.
we flip this
So
one.
we're going to flip that one, and it would have gone there, but we're not going to get an additional one. So
You don't stack shell craters.
yeah, we don't stop. Okay, I'm going to re-roll for this one here. Oh, a miss.
Yes.
So we got shell crater here, shell crater here. That's all we have, but these guys are now hunkered down and we can't move them.
And these guys have to go into the shell craters to advance, and then
Maybe.
eventually, right?
Well, if they were to eventually advance and get a 1 and get stuck there,
Yeah.
then they got to get out. If they get greater than a 1, they can kind of maneuver around.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we're not
So,
Trouble there, really.
but that was my terrible draw.
All
So
right.
you draw some better.
I'll definitely draw now. And it's an advance 1.
Well, if we were in a shell crater, we could get out of it, but we're not.
We don't want to do that.
So, what are we going to advance? What are we going to advance?
I'll get my guys up this way.
Yeah, sure. Get them up. Okay, let's draw another card. We got a rush, 1 hit, with 3 movement. Now, we're about 30-some minutes into this game so far. You know, we're kind of explaining everything. The game will run a little quicker through work. You know what I'm going to do with this, and it's probably a stupid move, but I'm going to do it anyway because I want to show off something. I'm going to take it over in one of these over here, and because I want to show off some combat. So I'm going to go ahead and take the hit there, and I'm going to move that guy in and attack. Now, this is probably a dumb move, but we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. Okay? Now, why is it a dumb move? Well, I only get 1 die for this guy moving in. If I happen to have had some other guys around him, either orthogonally or diagonally, I would have gotten an additional die for each one of those. If I had not flipped, I think it was this guy, yeah, I could have added 1 combat die to the assault. But who knows? This gas attack might really be beneficial.
Want to see what it does?
I want to see what the enemy unit is first.
All right. The enemy unit is a strength of 3.
So he's going to be rolling 3 dice to my 1. But what did the gas attack do to
The
him?
gas attack did -1 combat dice to them.
So he's going to be rolling 2, and I'm going to be rolling 1.
All right.
So that's not great, but hey, let's go ahead and see what happens.
All right.
Okay, I'm hoping for a really good roll. These go from, ooh, he already rolled. These go from 0 all the way up to 4.
And so they, okay.
What'd you
so
get?
You get
You got a 4 and a 0.
It's 4 and a 0.
So I lost. Okay. So what's going to happen here because I lost? I'm going to have to move back,
You lost by 2.
Right.
Does that matter?
Yes. So you take the 4 and subtract 2. That gives us a result of 2.
-2.
I have to move back 1. That handles 1 of that difference, but I still have 1 more. I could take a loss of victory. Oh wait, let me get that wrong. I can take loss of a hit.
Yeah, hits.
Hit, not victory. Hit, or I can move back 1 more space. Okay? I'm thinking move back 1 more space.
I think so, too.
What do you think? Move back 1 more space?
Let's do 1 more.
So let's move back 1 more space. Sorry for the confusion.
That gave an idea of
But-
what's ahead of us.
But he also gets pinned. So he's going to get pinned.
Do we keep the gas attack here to remember if we come in there again?
Yes, keep the gas attack there was a -1, so we know that it's going to be a -2 when we go. It's going to be a 2 when we go back in. But he's not going back in anytime soon, at least not till next turn.
Nope.
Okay, your draw. I did that craziness. It's yours.
It's okay. And we got rush. 2 hits. I mean, 2
We can
0
still
hits.
try to get these guys up.
Yeah. Of course, we have the most artillery preparation and gas over on this side.
What do you think about moving that guy up so we start creating that line across?
Let's do that.
Okay. So
Do you want to hunker him? Let's hunker him.
you think? Okay.
Yeah, because
Sure. Otherwise, he's going to get pinned.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. We got to make that decision again. Look at that one. I'm going to flip him.
Yeah.
What do you think?
here's the last officer for this
I'm
turn.
going to redraw. I don't like that card.
Yeah.
Here's one. Advance, 2 hits, 2 with an S. So I'm thinking 2 hits. I don't know if I want to add 2 hits over here.
What's in the middle? That has
Yeah,
the least hits.
let's had 2 hits here.
Okay.
There are ways to get rid of hits. I mean, we do still have that we can get rid of a hit. So let's move him up to
I agree.
there. And you go ahead and draw one.
All right. Advance. We just moved 1-1 with no other effect.
What about that guy? Same thing. Move him up and hunker him down.
Sure. So now we want to get these.
I'm going to get
up
that
here,
guy,
too.
that guy, and that guy up. Let's get this guy up here.
These guys can't move. They're really
Yeah, they're all
stuck back
hunkered
there.
down. So let's go ahead and draw another one. Yep, there it is. So that's going to be our last cohesion cube loss.
And
which is
nothing
not
helps
good.
us here,
Nothing
right?
helps us there. Nothing else happens, but everybody that's left gets pinned, which is not good. This guy's going to get pinned, this guy's going to get pinned, this guy's going to get pinned, and this guy's going to get pinned. I'm not too worried about putting it under because I'm going to do that in a minute.
Yeah.
So that ends that turn. Okay.
Into the second turn.
Second turn. That was not as productive as our previous turn.
Nope.
So now again we have to look and do our VPs. So I'm going to go back to my VP points, and I'm going to look at the first green zone, and I'm going to look to see if I have anybody hunkered down, which I do. So I get 2 VPs for anybody hunkered down. So these guys fell back, but they are hunkered down, so I'm going to get 4. So we are to 33.
Okay.
Then I'm going to look at this one. I'm looking for people hunkered down. None of these guys are hunkered down. They're all pinned. But because I'm in a yellow zone, I still get 1 point even if they're pinned. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that gives me the 37. Now we come up here. If we have 2 hunkered down in that zone, that gives us 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Up to 45.
And 1 pinned, which will still give us 2. Okay? Now, we have nobody up here, so no points up here. But we got a lot of hits. 6 hits, which is 3 VP loss. 5, which is 3 VP loss. So we lose 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We went up,
Yep.
but only about like 6 points, I think.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a great one. We flip this. Okay. We flip our officers back.
So this is showing our turn.
Yep,
Right
showing
here.
our turn.
Turn 3.
We had a loss of command, and we basically have to go back to our regimental commander and get some new orders. He says, keep going, and he gives us 4 cubes back. So we'll get 4 cubes back. So it's not terrible for us. But we got a lot that are going to be shaken. So all of these guys that are pinned are now shaken. Shaken. So we're going to have to get them out of it. We're going to have to unshake them.
That takes those little S's.
Yeah, that's going
On
to
the
take
card.
those little S's.
Yep.
And the hunkered downs will be no longer hunkered down. Okay. What do you want to do? Do you want to do one more turn? See if we can see some more
Let's see how far
combat?
we can go.
Okay.
The people watching this can stop anytime they see the idea, but
Okay.
I think they're going to be curious to see how this ends up.
Okay, we can keep going.
So let's do it. Now,
we don't get any more tactics unless we want to use that one guy to try to draw
Yeah.
more. Do you want to do that first?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they could be very valuable.
You do that, I'll shuffle
Head
cards.
into the trenches.
You do that, and I'll shuffle cards.
Okay, so we're going to draw 3 tactics, chits, and we're going to keep 2 of them. And they are. Gotta get 1 more.
You draw 3, you get 2.
Uh-huh.
You drew 4.
Nope. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize there were 2 there. I'll get rid of that one. All right, so we have fixed bayonets. It says active unit is in assault combat, add a combat die.
So that's going to allow us to add a combat
Yeah.
die if we are in.
Walking barrage. If an active unit is in assault combat, deduct 1 combat die from the enemy
The
unit.
enemy. That would have helped us in that
That's,
last one.
yeah. And a hurricane barrage. Place 2 heavy artillery markers in any enemy trench space. All these
Oh,
are
so
good.
that's going to help us like before. We could have used that in that
Yeah,
one
we
battle. That might have been a good thing to use in that
So
one
since
battle.
we have one, you want to get rid of that one?
Yeah, go ahead. We'll keep the other ones.
Yep. All right,
Okay, you go ahead and draw.
here we go. Rush, 1 hit and move 3 spaces.
We can only move the ones that are unhunkered. I mean, no, they're not shaken.
Yeah, because we don't have an S.
I don't think unhunkered is a word.
Yeah.
Not hunkered down, not shaken, anything like that.
All right, here's these guys are okay. They're not shaking.
They're not shaken, and
we
because they got a 3, they can
We could get him on
they can
beyond
move
that.
beyond that shell crater.
Yeah.
The shell crater doesn't take up the entire space. You're kind of moving around.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and draw another one. I was about to say. Okay.
Advance. And this has an S, so let's get rid of a shaking and get somebody moving 1 space for 0 hits.
Let's go over at this guy
So
right
that's
there.
excellent. Yep.
Get him back up in there and attack him.
Yeah. Use some artillery.
Yeah, use some artillery or something to help him this time. Okay, go ahead and draw.
All right. Draw an event card.
It's the youth. Artillery barrage and F.
Oh no.
That's these guys again. They just got whacked the first time. Okay, let's do it. Roll 1 for each one.
All right. Well, let's see. Who am I rolling for?
That guy right there.
He's not an F.
Oh, he's on an F. You're
Yeah,
right.
so it's
Oh,
just
you're
him.
right. So it's just
You
him.
roll for him.
You're right. Oh, retreat. He's going to go back 2. He's going to get hunkered down again.
Oh.
And we're going to get a shell crater here. And we're going to have a shell crater up here. This whole area is getting wet. Let's roll for this guy. He's already shaking, which should be interesting. Miss. Yay.
All right.
Miss. Miss. No
But
effect.
the right flank is really having a rough
They're
time.
having a rough time. Okay, I'll draw.
Yep.
Advance, lose a cohesion. 0 hits, 2.
Let's do it.
Okay. You know what? Lose a cohesion. I'll do it. This guy is here, right?
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. I'm going to go ahead and move this guy to 2.
Okay.
Okay.
No, we
Don't reveal it yet.
Yeah, we don't have any preparation. Pre-planned
Actually,
on killing.
what we'll do is no. Let's reveal it. So right now it's 1 against 0.
Oh man.
So that was great. He defeats them. There's nothing there.
They'd already
Good.
cleared out, in other
Done.
words.
They ran away after this battle over here.
We didn't have to use up artillery.
We didn't have to use up anything. But I was hoping because that would have given us. This guy was next to that guy. We could have gotten an extra assault. We had fixed bayonets. We had walking barrage. There were certain
smart.
things we could do there. So we're gonna get some real bonus points for that.
When we go back for this guy.
Yep. So let's go ahead and do another draw.
All right. Event card.
Ooh, here we go. Stop drawing this. Area C and F. What is it with you and F?
I don't know.
That's B and F. For each player unit in the area, roll 1 combat die.
Machine gun fire?
Yes, everybody's going to get attacked. So we're going to roll 1. Well, that guy is.
Yeah, it's just 2 of them.
So I'll roll on this guy here.
All right.
Well, you roll next.
All right, here we go. 3.
Okay, 3. So that's withdrawal. He's actually hunkered down, which is interesting. So because he's already hunkered down, he's still going to have to move back, but he'll remain hunkered down. He's just going to come back here.
Okay.
Because it's machine gun fire, he's going to get 1 hit as well.
Better, please.
1 hit.
Okay.
Okay. But no shell craters because machine gun fire. Ugh.
Oh my gosh, 4?
Yes, he's going to go back 2. He's already shaken. He's going to end up getting hunkered down at this point. I got to see exactly how that all's going to work. Because when next turn is he going to remain shaken, even though he's hunkered down now. We've been clarifying some of those rules, and Herman has a new rule on that I got to double check.
Okay.
But we'll leave it like that for right now. And he's going to get 2 hits. So we got a lot of hits on these guys.
Yeah, our right flank is really having a rough time.
Yep. Okay. So I'll go ahead and draw. Advance 0, 1, but it is a removal shaken,
shaken.
so that's good.
Him.
Let's do this guy.
Excellent. Get going again. Get moving.
Go ahead and draw another one.
Once I get the brain face up,
And advance 1, no hits, no nothing. Just advance 1.
What do you think we're going in there?
Let's do it. Let's try it again.
Now he's at 2 right now, but let's go in.
He's worth 2.
But it's going to be 2 against 2 because we got that guy there.
Yes.
But let's go ahead and do 3 against 2 by using that fixed bayonets.
All right, fixed bayonets.
So that would mean that we're rolling 3.
And he's
We're
rolling
rolling
2.
2. I think we can beat. I can think we can beat them.
All right, so you're rolling 2?
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll for the Germans,
Okay.
and you roll for the Brits.
The British in the trench.
I got a 6,
And I got a 5.
so we beat them.
Yep.
So we're good. We got 2 there. Look at that go.
Excellent. We're in
Our
2
left
trenches.
flank is doing really well.
Yeah, and they
Our
started
right
a little
flank
slow, but they got
not
one.
doing so well. Slog 0. But it's a 1 star. We can't unshake these guys. We can't do that guy. So the only one we're going to be able to do is this guy or this guy. Let's do that guy.
All right.
I'm trying to get in here. I'm trying to push our luck and get in here.
Kinda.
I want to defeat these trenches this turn or next turn. What do you think? Even though we're
let's
on
try
the
to
3rd
do it.
turn, let's do it.
You ready?
Yep.
Rush. We just moved 2. That's good.
Only one we could do is either go in here or move this one.
Get them up.
Okay.
Right? So we want them up in these advanced zones to get.
So this is a rush, but we're going to have to take a loss of a cohesion. We could flip one if we want to.
We could get rid of one of those hits.
We could get rid of those hits. Let's lose a cohesion. Let's use 1 to get rid of one of the hits.
That's a tactics chit.
And let's...
Our trail's not happening.
Oh, okay, so count. Let's just move this guy here. So it's 1 hit instead of 2, right?
Yep.
Let's move him all the way up. Okay.
Whoa, you want to do that?
Yeah, I do. You gotta push your luck in this game,
That's
otherwise,
true.
you know, it's gonna be bad. So,
Right.
but we have some stuff we can use.
And we have artillery here. Do we get to see this before we decide?
No, I think we need to decide first on that. We got to bomb it first.
Because we've
So,
already got heavy artillery
We
on it.
could use that without looking at it. So this one says, if active unit is in assault combat, deduct 1 combat die. So why don't we potentially use this one?
Yes.
I'm not going to commit to it yet. Let's see what he is.
Strength is 4. That's
See?
as strong as they get here, right?
I think so.
And no
No
effect
effect.
with the artillery.
That's
We're
why I
in
was
trouble.
afraid.
We're in trouble.
We're in trouble. So I'm going to be rolling 1 die. Do we even put that on or not?
Let's save it for where we have a chance. Because if he's rolling 3 against our 1, still not much of a chance of us succeeding.
And you roll 4. I roll 1.
Oh, let's just see. We're just seeing how bad our punishment is.
I got a 3.
I've got a 7.
A 7?
Adds up to 7.
Well, I got to move back 1. I could take 3 hits. Or move back another one and take 2 hits.
Yeah, move back another minute, at least.
Take 2 hits.
Do you have the option to go back more and take
I
even
can,
two?
but I don't want to push him back too far. He'll be pinned though.
And,
So we should have done the artillery barrage,
and
unfortunately.
well,
We should have done that hurricane barrage before we had revealed, but you know, we couldn't use
yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know,
No, we still have it to
we
use.
can use it elsewhere.
We can use it when we go back there. So.
Okay, let's go
There's
ahead and draw
another
another
card.
one.
2 hits and move 1, but we can get rid of a shaken.
Yep, we can.
So, is that worth it?
Yeah,
This
let's do
has
this
the
one.
least hit.
Let's do that.
hits.
What is it? 2 movement or 1 movement? 1 movement.
That-
Okay. Did you give him the 2 hits? I'm getting stressed.
yeah.
I don't like that. I'm getting stressed here. Oh. Do we?
Cohesion, 2 hits for nothing. We need to get rid of that card. Use an opposite.
Did we ever use this one? You used that one this turn, didn't you? Didn't you draw? You've never flipped them.
Okay.
So it's got to be one of these 2.
Yep.
I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to redraw that one. Draw an event card. Ugh. Artillery barrage at E. It's going to hit this guy over here.
He's
So
already shaken.
Roll 1. Get a miss. No, that's a fallback. Fallback, he goes back 1 space. And like I said, he's shaking and going to be basically
And he hunkers down.
fearing his life. Shouldn't have shaken and hunkered down.
Right. Do we have to hunker the guys in the trenches?
No, they're done. They're
done,
done.
right?
They cleared out
They
those
cleared it
trenches. They're out of play at this point.
Good. That's good news.
They're out of play. Now you go draw.
All right. Advance 2 with take a hit.
That's not bad.
Yep.
We can't bring that guy back in. We could bring that guy in, or we could try to bring that guy in and try to support him.
Yeah. These guys
So-
need support. Support
what was
helps a
it?
lot.
1 hit, 2. Okay, well, we got to take a hit there and do that.
Two.
Okay, let's see what we got. This is the draw event at this point. Come on, good one, good one. Hey! Draw 3 tactic chips.
Oh, excellent. Draw 3?
Yep, 3.
All right, here we go.
That'll be good.
First one.
Oh, yes! Over the top. That's going to give us +1 in movement and allow us to do an S movement.
Second one. Heroic act.
Remove a shaken marker from 1 unit or from 2 units if they're adjacent to another. Well, we don't have any shaken. We do have some shaken here that we can remove. They're hunkered
use
down
it?
at this point. I think we wait on that.
And hit the dirt.
Another lock. That's fine. That might help us win.
Yeah, it helps us
hit.
knock a hit down.
Okay, you ready? 1 hit with 2 advance. I want to go in.
Let's do it because he's got.
Unfortunately,
double
I'm going to
support.
use this to get rid of the hit. But let's go up here. We're going to go in there.
All right.
Let's reveal his enemy unit.
So he is a 2. Fairly weak. Fairly
What's
weak.
his artillery bombard production?
No effect. We have really rough.
So it's going to be 2, but we're going to be doing 1 die for him, 1 die for him, 1 die for him. So that's 3 to 2, and we could, if we wanted to, reduce 1 more.
You want to do it?
Yeah, let's do 3 to 1.
So I don't dare.
Let's do 3 to 1. You roll the 3. You be the Germans,
okay.
and I'll be the
Attacking
I'll be the bad British guys who's coming.
Well,
You weren't supposed to roll that.
we tied.
You weren't supposed to roll
Oh no,
that.
I got 2 zeros and a 3.
So we
we're
tied.
at 3 to
That's a
3.
stalemate. 1 hit inflicted on that battalion. It remains in the trench though. And when we move again, we can get back into fighting again.
Okay.
So that's not terrible.
No, but it
But
really wasn't.
we
very
are
hard.
in a bad situation here because we're already at 10 hits there. So if we start losing additional hits there, we are going to start losing VPs.
Yeah.
So that's where that gets bad.
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
want to
yeah.
figure a way to do that. We do have this guy who can recover 3 hits. We
Let's
might
do
wanna-
it.
Okay, let's do that.
We cover them here.
Yep, recover him there. One.
Okay.
So
So it's really just for the benefit of this guy because these are already in
well,
there.
then we can hold on if you want.
Yeah, maybe we
Okay, let's hold on. We're not going to do that.
All right.
Okay, draw.
pick it. Yeah, draw a card.
I think it was smart that you didn't do that because
Yeah.
now we'll flip this die.
Yeah. So they're all used. All of our officers are used up.
1 hit, 1 movement, and we can unshake somebody. We could reactivate this guy, or we could move that guy. What do you want to do?
Putting it that one here.
Let's move this guy in.
Sure. Let's see what happens.
Okay, let's move that guy in.
All right,
But we do
so-
need to take a hit.
The enemy is worth a 3.
So, what is the artillery?
Artillery is -1
So
combat.
he's 2 for the enemy right
Yeah.
now. And but we're gonna be 2 to 2.
Yeah.
1-1.
So
Do we
anything
have
to help
anything? No. It's just a 2 to 2.
Unless we want to use that.
No, we don't have anything that we can use.
So this is
Okay.
Should have used our temporary utility before.
Yeah.
We keep forgetting to do that.
God, actually, God, that happened to me at last.
I got
4.
a 3.
4.
Well, who were you playing?
4 and a 0.
Were you playing the Germans or the British in that one? Who were you rolling
Oh,
for?
last time you had me be Germans,
Okay.
so I'll be the German.
Okay,
I
so
was
we-
a German.
so we win.
So we won. See how easy it is?
If you get to decide afterwards,
If you
who
get
wins.
this. All right.
But look at that left. Look at that.
Yeah. We're taking them over now.
That
we're
is
gonna win.
fantastic. But we have to do something about over
right.
here as well. That's been
Pick
our
a
problem.
card.
Slog 0, 1, and a
Move
star.
somebody one.
But I can't.
Well, then let's attack.
We can attack there.
Let's do it again.
We can attack there.
All right.
So that's going to be a 2.
1 plus 1
Yep.
plus 1 is 3 against his 2 dice.
Yep.
And do we want to use anything here?
We can't be bombing our own guys while they're in the trench with artillery.
okay. Oh, I see what you're saying.
That had
That's what
hurricane
before.
process before you go into
Yeah,
the trench.
yeah.
Because otherwise you're bombing your own guys.
Yep.
So I'm gonna be rolling. You roll for the Germans.
I'll
again.
roll for the Germans.
And I'll roll for the
But
British
I only
with
get 2.
You can only get 1.
Oh, wait.
2,
All right.
3.
Yep, you're right.
So I'll roll the 2.
I have to get used to the Germans being the ones attacked.
That's right. I got a 3. Hey, you win.
Yes.
So we cleared out all that left flank.
All right.
And part of the center here.
Yep.
Okay, so we're doing real well. This is only 3rd turn, by the way,
Yes, exactly.
right? Still?
All right. So
Unless I messed
what's
up
next?
third off, but
Next
I don't
card.
think I did.
Think of the accusation.
1 cohesion hit and no.
We gotta
effect.
take it.
We have to just take it.
So who's the hit
Cohesion's
gonna?
gone.
Who's the hit gonna be?
Down to
on?
1 cohesion.
We'll take it over here. No, here. Let's take
Yeah.
it back. Okay,
They're hopeless over there anyway.
1 and 3. But the problem is, hunkered, pin, pin. That's all I can do.
Okay.
You know. And the
You wanna-
question is,
you want to call the end of the turn?
yeah, let's call the end of the turn.
All right.
We'll hunker him down. Okay. So, let's go through our victories.
Well, I'll move it to the 4th turn so we know we're
Yeah,
starting
make
up
sure
on
we
that.
know.
All right.
So look at this. They never moved.
I know.
But they are hunkered down, so they're still going to get
Yeah, I'm like,
2 BPs each.
2
So,
each.
2 each. So
Up
that's
to 42.
4. And then we got 2 hunkered down here. So that's going to be 6.
then discharge.
We're up to 48 points.
We got 1 pinned up here. So that's going to be 2. 50.
All right.
Now this is where it's good. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are 5 each.
That's
That could be
excellent.
20.
So we're to 70. I think we're going to do good. Now, at the end of the game, we have to subtract for the
Yeah,
trenches
these guys are
that
not-
we haven't done.
yeah.
So that's where, at the end of the last
Yep.
turn,
Yep.
is where we're going to get hit by
But we
negative
also got
points.
losses.
Yeah.
Minus
let's do it.
5, minus 5, minus 5.
That's minus 15.
So that's the problem. We're back down to
Yep.
55.
55.
We're going up, but it's not great.
Take a lot.
So here's the problem. This guy's going to be shaken.
Okay.
This guy is going to be just free.
And shaken.
He's going to be shaken. This guy's going to be fine. This guy's still going to be shaken. Okay? So that's where we're going to land up. Okay? These officers reset. We didn't use those tactics, so we
Yep.
still have those. I'll shuffle the activations.
You
Here,
shuffle
shuffle the events. There's 3 more events to shuffle.
All right.
Okay? Again, we have a little bit of changes later on that we're going to put into the game about maybe not shuffling those always.
Okay.
But for right now,
So,
it's working for well for right now. We're doing here.
yeah. Well, see. I just like one battle like what is it? Like just like
Okie dokie. So I think we need
All
to
right.
get the center and left us. If we can avoid garages.
did that. Yeah,
I want to get them all.
905.
I said I want them all by this turn, but we only have 1 cohesion cube left.
So that minor.
So that's the problem.
Yep.
I think enough to
But we've been able to manage our cohesion fairly well.
Fairly well.
We only had that one
better than
command
some.
loss. Okay, I'll draw.
All right.
Oh,
As you can see,
back
when
in
you,
there.
when you are attacking a trench, the support you have from either side is super valuable.
Super valuable.
nice.
Okay, it's a rush, 1 hit, 3 movement. But we got to be careful.
I know.
We're really getting some problems here with our hits.
Yeah,
I'd love to move this guy, but he's shaking.
Hey, do you want to get 3 tactics hits with this officer again? Maybe it'll help some hits.
Maybe. I'm also thinking we could use this guy to remove a shaken as well. Because this is what I got right now. But go ahead, get the tactics chips.
All right.
You draw 3 and you get to
Keep
keep 2.
No, I got 10.
All right. So we got 1, 2, 3. I'll put this back in. We got
Medic? That might
a
help.
medic. Remove 2 hits from any battalion.
keep that.
We definitely know we're going to keep that. Then hit the dirt minus a hit.
Oh, keep the steady man.
Yes, steady man. All right.
That's the one you get a cohesion cube out.
Okay.
Let's use that medic immediately for this guy here to get him down to... No, the medic.
And he used his.
Yes, the medic. Let's use the medic and get that down to 8.
Get that rid of. All right.
Oh, let's go ahead. We'll take the hit on this guy. And we'll move 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay? You go ahead and draw.
So I got that. I have to think.
We got 1 hit and move 3. Excellent. I mean, except for the hit part.
Oh. Well, the only guy we can move, though, is this guy. Or this guy.
No.
Danny.
Yeah, he's got gas attack helping. But he doesn't have any support.
What if we use the 2 heavy artillery? Put 2 new
Artillery.
artilleries on that one.
All right.
Might not.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, yeah, we got to do well there. Say, let's.
So then we'll do that. We'll move in. We're gonna have to take 1 hit. We took the hit.
All right, we're moving in.
Okay, so let's
Loses
see.
value. The enemy's value is only a 2.
Let's see what the gas is.
The gas preparation
Yay.
minus 3 combat.
We didn't even
dice.
need the artillery.
I know, and then we yeah,
He's defeated. Done.
he's gone.
That's good. We got him up.
Yep.
So now we have some support here for some of these other ones.
Yep.
So I'm liking that. Did you draw or did I draw?
You go ahead, drop.
0 and 1.
Okay.
But I guess that one, right?
Yeah.
You tried to. You did
All
that.
right, so we need these movements to have a 0. I mean, an S on it.
Unless we use this guy over here, he can remove 1 shaken.
Let's save that.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead and draw.
We don't want some of these bad cards. Rush, 1 hit, 3 moves.
It'd be this guy.
What?
He's a 10, V. 10 hits.
But he's getting all the way up into the new.
That's good. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. 0 and 1. He can move. Keep moving him.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what we got next.
0, it hits in 2 moves.
Let's get him in.
All right.
I didn't think he was going to go in so soon.
Yeah,
Get him
me
in.
neither.
Um,
So we got Ready to look?
Yep, go ahead.
All
Let's
right.
see what we got.
His value is 3.
Oh, this is not
3
good.
dice.
I
is
saw
not
what
good.
the gas attack was.
What's the gas attack?
Look.
Blowback. Retreat. Plus pin. Roll die versus others in the battalion.
Miss Eagle's attack. That's terrible. So what's going to happen is he's got to go retreat back, and he's going to be pinned. Okay. So I got to get a pin marker for him.
The danger of using gas. Huh?
Right, and then you have to roll. The gas is floating this way. Okay, so we got to roll this guy here, and I got to fall back. So we got to look and see what fallback is. He's got to move one space back, and he's going to hunker down again.
And that's for all the ones behind him in the same battalion. It would not affect this guy.
So unfortunately, that guy is all the way back in almost a full space.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'll draw. Yeah, he's pinned, shaking. What else can we do? We could remove the shaker from one unit or from 2 units that are adjacent, so we might want to use that. Oh, but look,
I think I like
2 hits.
and I can remove a shaken.
Okay.
But I got a bad thing here because we're already at 10 VP.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, 10 hits. So let's use him to recover 3 hits.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. We'll take the 2 hits on him, and we'll move him to here and in.
Okay.
I don't love that because it's a 4,
Yeah.
but I will be rolling 2. I don't have anything over there I can do, right?
None of the tactics shit.
Oh,
seem to-
Hans Gruber. Let's use Hans Gruber.
What's he do?
He can have 1 assault die.
Okay.
So
Let's do it.
right now, you're gonna roll the Germans. 1, 2 with Hans Gruber 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll
4?
4. I only have 3 of them. I'm gonna have to roll another one.
Okay.
So you roll yours. Let's see what you get. That was terrible. You got a 1.
I only got 1 out of 3 dice. Forget it.
Well, actually 2, 3, 4. So
Yeah.
it's a 4 to 1. So that was terrible.
Yep.
So he
the
needs to move
differential
back.
of 3.
But he's at 9 hits. I don't know that I want to take any more. I can
Just
take.
send him all the way back.
Well, I'll take 1 more hit, and I got to go back 2 more, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where we are. I didn't like that.
No. That didn't work out well at all.
Okay, so again, we're not doing well with these guys over here. Advance 0 and 1.
Okay.
So,
Zero
and
hits,
he
1
gets pinned too.
Yeah.
So we can use one of these guys to unshake. The only guy we have left is that guy. So why don't we unshake him
Okay, with the tactics shit.
with a tactics shit, and it's a +1 movement. So he would move to there, and then
Okay.
we can remove that shaking.
Because that tactics shit gave us an extra move to it.
Right. And I will go over, we did miss something in our VP calculation last time.
What was that?
We forgot to count the longest wave.
Oh, that's true.
We forgot to count that, so actually we'd be at 8 more points up. So we did
55
forget to
doing
count that.
63.
Because
Okay.
our longest wave is there.
Yep, you're right.
So, but I'm going to go ahead and hunker him down.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to turn.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and do calculations on VPs.
Okay.
Okay? So calculations on VPs again. We got this guy here, hunkered down, that's 2. We have nobody in this one. We got 1 in here hunkered down, that's 4. 2 pinned, that's another 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here, so that's plus 25.
25. All right.
Let's try to do our math there. 98.
Yep.
Okay, plus the longest one is a 4, so that's plus 8.
What if you go over 100? Keep going.
Just keep going.
Yep. You're adding 8?
Yep.
So we're at 106.
106. But minus 4, minus 5, minus 5. That's minus 14. So go backwards.
Yep. 7. Right down to 92.
That's still not bad.
No, we're
Turn
not doing bad at
5,
all.
92.
And this is the last turn.
We only have 1 cohesion cube.
All right, that's the bad part.
Flip your guys. Flip your guys. Flip your
All right,
guys.
tactics shits have really been helping us. I say before we
You do
start,
it.
let's do pick
You do
3.
it.
Use this officer.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle. We didn't get any event cards, so we never have to worry about that.
So here's 2. I'm going to pick 3 tactics shits, and I will read them to you. We only take 2. We have the walking barrage.
Yep,
That's
that was good
a
last
very
time.
good one. The heroic act, remove a shaken marker.
We got one of those over there.
Yeah, we don't need it.
Well, we're gonna have 2 shakens, but I think we can manage it.
And hurricane barrage. I
Appreciate
like
it.
those.
All right, keep the walking and hurricane. Okay. Okay, I shook that. This guy is still shaking, but he's not up or down. This guy is shaking.
Shaking.
This guy's nothing over here. He's ready to move in. I mean, we don't have that many left.
Yeah,
One,
yeah,
two,
yeah,
three,
we can
four.
do well.
Can we do it though? Because we only have this, and we already used one of those. We do have one steady men over here.
Yeah, but
Okay, let's do it.
we're going
Let's
to
roll.
subtract out extra points at the end of this turn because of any trenches
Yeah,
we
yeah.
don't have. But
Yep.
we're in pretty good shape.
Let's do it.
I'm feeling good about
Let's
this.
do it.
All right, forget about these guys.
Nah, we'll make them. We'll make
Well,
them
you
work.
take a hit and move 2.
Well, what are we going to do it? I mean, this guy's a 10, this guy's a 10. Do we just deal with the loss of victory points because we have so many victory points?
Sure.
Okay.
Because
So
we're going to gain more, proportionally more, by taking a trench
Right.
and not taking that loss for not
so that's going to lose us how many? 2. We'll be there.
Okay.
And how much movement is he?
having.
What's the movement on him? 1. 2.
Yes.
Oh no, it's only 1 hit. 1 hit at this point. At 2.
So we move some of this for
In just a minute. We're almost done.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and who are we moving? This guy? He can move 2? Yeah,
Yep.
let's move him 2. 1, 2.
There.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. No hits and move 1.
No hits and move 1, but it's a star.
Yep.
We can't move that guy, he's shaking. We can't move that guy, he's shaking.
Let's go
we can't
for
move
it.
that guy, he's shaking. We going in?
Yep. Let's go in.
Okay, let's see what he is. Enemy unit is 4. Jeez, man.
And
Minus
-1
1.
combat die.
But he's 1 plus the guy next to him is 1.
2 for the German.
But wait, we got deduct 1. Use that. Deduct 1 combat die for the enemy unit. So let's do that. So right now it'd be a 2 to 2.
Okay.
2 to 2.
All right.
You
here we
rolling
go.
for the Germans. I'm rolling for the British.
5 for.
Oh, I got a 0. You beat them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Excellent. Excellent.
So they're done. We still got these 4 guys over here that we need to finish. What did I draw? Not bad. 2, 2, but it is an S, so we can get them in. So let's go ahead and we'll take the 2 loss to the victory points over here.
Okay.
So I'll be down here. Let's not move him. Let's move him.
Oh yeah.
Let's move him to there.
Okay.
And right now it'd be a 2 to 3. You think we can do it? 2 to 3?
Sure.
Okay, 2 to 3. I'm gonna roll 3. You roll 2.
All right.
You're the Germans. I'm the British. Because it was 3, but we don't have any deductions.
Oh.
You rolled 3.
That's a great die. Oh, I'm horrible. 2. 2 is mine.
And I rolled an 8. What are we doing? What do we want to do here? That's gonna be hits,
Yeah.
and then it's gonna be victory points.
Yeah. And I think
So,
this is
yeah. So let's move back 2. Because it's what 6? We need to come up with 6. Be back 4. 4 on the victory points.
I
Okay.
have 84, I think, my arm.
Okay, that was not so good because he's getting pinned, and we won't be able to do anything with him. He's done. So we're not going to be able to get that done. We're going to have to get the move on. So let's go ahead and draw. We got 0 and 2.
Okay. Moving.
Well, what are we going to do? Well, do we have anything over here? We can remove a shaken marker. We can remove a shaken marker from 1, and it is a 2 movement. Let's go this guy.
Okay.
So at least we can try to get this line here. What do we got there?
1 hit, 3 moves.
Well, we're going to lose a victory point on that.
Okay.
So lose the victory point. Yeah. And let's move them in. I mean, it's still a 4 there.
Yeah, that's. You don't have anything that can help.
Well, I guess we could have tried to bomb it before we moved in.
Yeah, let's do that before we moved in.
Okay, so go ahead and draw 2 more. looking and place them on top. So we're going to be -2. That's good. So
Yes, that was excellent.
so it'll be a 3 that you're rolling for the Germans.
And only 2.
Only 2 for me.
That,
Just roll better.
yeah, I know. I'm rolling horribly.
4.
5.
5.
We did it.
So we defeated that guy.
Yeah. Oh,
So we only didn't get 2.
yeah.
We're never going to get this one. Do we just give up on this one, or do we try to get him up? Let's try to see what we can do.
Okay.
Okay, we draw an event card. That's probably not going to be great, but we'll draw an event card.
Eric, almost
Every battalion that has one hit inflicted per player unit. Every battalion, in A, B, or C, has 1 hit inflicted on it. So that's going to lose as a victory for it. Okay, you want to draw? Do better than me.
All right.
Or do we just give up on this guy? Why don't we just give up?
Yep.
You lose the cohesion cube.
Let's do it.
That will
Let's,
end the game.
let's check score.
And then we can check score and be good to go.
So we'll add this
Okay,
up.
so this guy is pinned.
Okay.
So he gets 0 points. This guy is pinned, but because he's all the way up here, he's going to get 2 points.
Up to 84.
This guy is going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
35.
Can we do all that math? That's a lot.
That's Ryan.
So this count.
14, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're up to 119.
19. Plus we have a long way. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So go ahead. So that's going to be what? 29. It's going to be right here. 133 so far. But we do have some hits inflicted.
Yeah.
-4 and minus 14.
Minus 14.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're right there. So we're 119, and that's pretty good because there is going to be some final scoring here because we're at the end of the game. Okay, at the end of the game, each player unit in the single longest connected chain, 3 VPs per unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 21 points.
Wow. You already counted the longest chain once.
But
Does it get counted
that was the end of the turn.
This is end of the game. Okay.
But any enemy trench that contains a revealed is -3. Any that's unrevealed is -6. So we finished with 131 total.
That's actually pretty
That's
incredible.
really good. According to this, you're going to like this.
Okay.
131 or more of glorious breakthrough victory. It's the highest victory you could possibly get. Look at that.
So at this point, the Germans might have won World War I.
We totally defeated them, even though we had a couple here that was not successful. We pretty much wiped the field with them. These guys are in retreat, and game over.
Well, I hope you all really enjoyed this and you will have as much fun with your game when you get it one day. This is a Forlorn Hope by Herman Luttman, Wharf Rat Games.
And we played solitaire, but you could play 2-player, you could play 3-player as well. Cooperatively, yes. So again, thanks for playing, and stay tuned for more Rat Chat.
Yep.
Welcome to Cool Classics. Again, another game giveaway today. First game that will be given away. This is the one for this month, which is Gaza 1917. That's a Decision Games folio game. Wes was very, very nice to donate that game. Thank you so much, Wes.
Thank you,
So let's just go get right into it, and let's pick the winner. And
let's find a winner.
Yep, let's go spin. Next month, we got another World War I game. I just pulled this one out. I don't know if you can see that. Tannenberg and Galicia, 2 games in 1. This is from the Der Weltkrieg simulation series by SPW. The overall series is a fantastic World War I series, but it can be very, very daunting. It's a very large series, so it's kind of cool to have smaller little all-in-one games that you can try out first just to see if you like the series, and then if you do, you can go and get the additional ones. I like it. I used some of the material and information from it when I was working on Brave Little Belgium. So that will be our drawing for next month. So make sure you do what? How do they win this thing, Wes?
Well, what you always have to do, you sign up on our email list, and that puts you into the drawing and or the spinning or whatever we're doing this week. And so that's all you got to do, and then you'll stay in touch with what we have coming up, and lots of exciting developments. And by the way, Ryan, I've seen that game down at my local game store in this neck of the woods, and they have a bunch of those games in used, and those are really expensive.
Yeah, they are. So this is a nice little pickup here. Nice little game. It's punched, but it's in pretty shape. So we'll get that out to one winner. Just get your email into us. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for more.
Yep.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough of A Forlorn Hope as much as we enjoyed playing it. And I want you impressed with that glorious victory that we had, Wes.
Oh man, we came close to losing it all a few times, and I think we got lucky. But still, I think we made a few crucial, correct decisions too. So
yes, definitely.
On the back a little bit.
And where will they be able to go and see this new game, A Forlorn Hope?
Well, there's two big conventions coming up. We might be showing up at some smaller ones too. But first, we have coming up June 18 to 22nd. We will be at Origins in Columbus, Ohio. Really big one. We'll be part of the war room in there. We'll be doing lectures and play tests and all kinds of things that week. And then we will be also WBC, World Board Gaming Championships. And that's July 30th to August 3rd. We will be there. And we'll actually we'll be in the vendor hall with a booth, won't we, Ryan?
Yes, we're getting well prepared for that. We have a nice booth setup that we're working on. We'll have prizes, giveaways, merchandise, some used games for sale, lots of other stuff going on, very cool things. So I'm very much looking forward to both of those events. And A Forlorn Hope is coming along really well. Tawa Biwa, who we interviewed on the last Rat Chat, has been doing a phenomenal job with all the artwork. And I'm going to show off. I'm going to make you wait a little longer, but I'm going to show off at the very end of this video a little bit more of the artwork from that game, including the brand new semifinal map from the game. So stay tuned. It'll be right at the end of the show after news and notes. But I wanted to get back to Wes because he's got an exciting announcement. Wes, what's up with you?
This is exciting for me. As you know, I've been working on a new wargaming system, something that feels and plays differently than all the others out there, quite frankly. And it plays in a shorter amount of time, and there's still a lot of tension and stuff. It's my urgent command system. And I said, well, if I'm going to test this system out, maybe I'll pick one of the most gamed events, battles there's ever been. That's the Battle of the Bulge. And if it can work for that, I guess it's going to be able to work for anything. And so that's what we have is Urgent Commands Battle of the Bulge. And Ryan and I have decided we're going to make that our second game to release after Herman's game. So we'll be looking out for some more information for that. And at the conventions, we'll be playtesting.
And I seem to remember someone named Zilla Blitz said something to the effect of it was one of the most unique board games he's ever seen.
Yeah. He was at Circle DC. We had a fun time. And he also said it made him a little nervous and anxious to play this game. So you can imagine somebody saying that. We'll show more detail about why he said something like that. But I was really, really gassed that he liked it. And that was fun.
And we'll have that game at Origins and WBC as well, so you can check that out. There was a lot of buzz around that game at Circle DC, and so we're really, really excited to be able to finalize that and sign that for our second game after, of course, the release of A Forlorn Hope. So it was great having you today on Rat Chat, Wes.
Yep, that was a blast.
I'm done for the night. How about you? So we'll see you all later next month. Take care.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.